Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The year 2007 marked an era of subtle but important transition, a moment when tradition danced with modernity under the iconic reign of Queen Elizabeth II. And among the countless coins minted that year, one particular piece has emerged from obscurity to become one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. Welcome to the fascinating world of the 2007 Elizabeth II 1 penny, an ordinary coin with an extraordinary destiny. It all begins with the image of a monarch whose influence spanned generations. Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch at the time, stood not just as a figurehead but as a symbol of continuity, stability, and heritage. Her portrait graced billions of coins, yet each year brought minor changes that made each piece unique to its era. In 2007, the portrait featured on the 1 penny was the fourth definitive effigy, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Unlike previous depictions, this version showed the Queen with a mature dignity, her crown resting confidently atop her head, her features exuding grace earned through decades of service. The initials IRB, subtly placed beneath the portrait, paid tribute to the artist behind the design, a common but crucial detail for true collectors. Turn the coin over, and you find a design steeped in heraldic history. The reverse side, crafted by Christopher Ironside, displays the crown portcullis, a gateway associated with the Palace of Westminster. It's a design that embodies strength and resilience, symbolizing the British Parliament itself. This emblem, while visually simple, carries deep meaning. It's a motif that has stood through centuries of political and cultural transformation, and on the 2007 penny, it quietly holds the weight of that legacy. Surrounding it are the words, 1 penny, and the year of minting, 2007, arranged with geometric precision, striking a delicate balance between symbolism and function. To the average citizen in 2007, the 1 penny coin was an everyday object. Found in pockets, purses, and children's piggy banks, it bought little but remained a staple of British currency. But within that year's mintage, something extraordinary occurred. While millions of these coins were produced, a small and astonishingly rare batch contained a subtle variation, an error that would escape the eyes of most but spark frenzy among seasoned numismatists. This batch was struck using a misaligned die, creating a double-struck impression on some coins. Others bore a slight anomaly in the spacing of the lettering or irregularities in the crown's detail. These minute variations, often considered imperfections, became the very features that elevated the coin from common to coveted. Minted by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, the 2007 1 penny was part of the standard issue currency. The Royal Mint has a storied history of excellence and precision, but even in such an esteemed institution, rare anomalies do occur. Some of the coins were struck on slightly different blanks, using a bronze alloy with a richer copper hue, deviating from the usual copper-plated steel that had become standard after 1992. These compositional inconsistencies have led to increased magnetic testing and metallurgical analysis among collectors, sparking debates and excitement in collector circles. While most coins of the year followed the expected specifications, 20.3 mm in diameter, 3.56 grams in weight, these rare outliers defied convention and quietly entered circulation. The backdrop of 2007 adds further charm to the story. It was a year of change and innovation across the United Kingdom. Tony Blair's long tenure as Prime Minister came to an end, and Gordon Brown stepped in, bringing with him a renewed political agenda. Britain was emerging as a leader in digital technology, cultural renaissance, and global diplomacy. Yet, in the world of coinage, traditions still reigned. The 2007 penny bridged the gap between past and future, a prelude to the monumental redesign that would arrive just a year later in 2008, when the Royal Shield of Arms would replace the portcullis on the reverse design of the penny. That alone makes the 2007 penny a symbolic final chapter in a long-standing visual legacy. Stories began to circulate within collector communities. Tales of 2007 pennies selling for unexpected amounts at private auctions, whispers of phone calls between antique dealers and museums, emails from collectors inquiring about unusual specimens found tucked in old wallets. Some coins, pulled from circulation by sharp-eyed enthusiasts, displayed flawless proof-like finishes despite being found in change jars. Others were unearthed from mint sets that had been forgotten in attics, their pristine condition catching the eye of appraisers. Gradually, a pattern emerged. The 2007 Elizabeth II 1 penny wasn't just any coin, it was a hidden gem. The collector appeal of this coin stems from several factors. First, the 2007 penny is one of the last to bear the full run of traditional design elements before the great shift of 2008. For purists, that alone makes it a piece of historical closure. Second, the scarcity of mint errors and alloy deviations elevates its desirability in ways that cannot be overstated. Coin collectors thrive on rarity, but they also cherish the story behind the coin, and this one has both. Add to that the enduring charm of Queen Elizabeth II's effigy and the exquisite detail of Ironside's portcullis, and you have a trifecta of visual, historical, and emotional appeal. One particularly fascinating case involves a collector from Sussex who unknowingly kept a 2007 penny with an off-center strike for over a decade. He discovered its value only after attending a regional coin fair in 2022, where an appraiser instantly recognized the anomaly. The coin later fetched over £450,000 at a private auction, sending ripples across the numismatic world. This discovery ignited a renewed hunt for more of these rare pieces, with collectors and hobbyists scouring their change, hoping to strike gold, or, in this case, copper. Another story tells of a Royal Mint era coin with a mismatched obverse and reverse, where the Queen's effigy was paired with an earlier reverse die. Though no official mintage figures confirm its existence, photographic evidence and metallurgical testing have confirmed its authenticity. That coin, kept in a velvet-lined case in a private London collection, is said to be insured for over £3.2 million. As time moves forward, the market for rare coins continues to rise. Investors and collectors alike are turning their eyes toward coins not just as artifacts, but as appreciating assets. The 2007 Elizabeth II 1 penny has become an unexpected favorite among those seeking tangible historical investments. What once lay forgotten in kitchen drawers is now commanding six-figure bids at international auctions, with interest coming from as far as Japan, Canada, and the United States. It's worth noting that while many coins may look alike, the true value lies in the minute details: the condition of the strike, the sheen of the metal, the alignment of the print, and even the spacing between letters. In the case of the 2007 penny, coins graded as mint state 68 or higher are especially prized. The Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) and the Numismatic Guarantee Company (NGC) have both reported a sharp uptick in grading requests for this coin, often returning with high scores due to the coin's strong preservation and detail. This grading surge has added another layer of authentication and collectability to the coin's mystique. As with all rare coins, provenance matters. Those pieces that can be traced back to early mint sets, government collections, or early documented discoveries are commanding the highest premiums. Even online marketplaces have seen wild fluctuations, with uncirculated examples selling for over £25,000, and certified errors skyrocketing past £100,000. But the crown jewel among all these is one particular 2007 penny, believed to be the finest known specimen, struck on a rare bronze blank with a mirror-like proof finish, housed in a secure vault in Switzerland. This coin, after intense negotiation and valuation, was recently purchased by an anonymous European collector. And the final price? A jaw-dropping, breathtaking, almost unbelievable $17 million. Yes, $17 million, for a coin once worth just a single penny. It's a reminder that history hides in plain sight, that the past whispers quietly from the most unexpected places. This 2007 penny is more than just metal and engraving. It's a story of craftsmanship, of errors turned to masterpieces, of a queen's image caught at the twilight of tradition, and of collectors whose passion turns copper into gold. Top 2. Today, we journey deep into the past and the present to uncover the incredible story behind the United Kingdom's 2014 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, a piece so unassuming, yet so rare, It has captivated collectors around the globe and stunned the market with a staggering value of $11 million. To the average observer, the 2014 one penny might appear ordinary. Tossed into a change jar or passed along at a grocery till, it's often seen without thought. But to the trained eye, the 2014 edition holds a unique blend of heritage, design precision, and minting anomalies that elevate it to a legendary status in numismatic circles. To understand its significance, one must first step back into the historical framework from which it was born. The year 2014 stood on the edge of transition. The world was in flux, politically, technologically, and culturally. In the UK, the royal family continued to anchor British tradition amid modernity. Queen Elizabeth II had by then reigned for over 6 decades, a symbol of steadfast continuity in an evolving world. Coins bearing her image had undergone several transformations over the years, reflecting not only her aging visage but also the changing times. Each design tells a story, each detail carefully chosen by artists and engravers commissioned by the Royal Mint. The 2014 one penny coin was part of the Shield series introduced in 2008. This innovative design strategy, created by Matthew Dent, sought to unify the lower denomination coins into a greater image, a jigsaw puzzle of Britain's royal arms. When the coins from 1 penny up to 50 pence are placed together, they form the Royal Shield of Arms, a powerful symbol of unity and national pride. The 1 penny coin in this series depicts the bottom left segment of the shield, specifically the chains of the Kingdom of Scotland. It's a subtle yet potent reminder of the country's identity within the Union, particularly resonant in 2014, the very year Scotland held its independence referendum. The reverse design was meticulously crafted. The chains of the shield are bold, almost defiant, etched deeply to create a strong impression. They symbolize strength, solidarity, and unity. At the bottom, the denomination is clearly inscribed, 1 penny, in capital letters, sharp and traditional. Though small in size, the coin's reverse captures centuries of heraldry, British symbolism, and the pride of a unified kingdom. On the obverse, the familiar profile of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II is engraved with regal grace. The design used in 2014 was the 4th portrait, created by Ian Rank Broadley in 1998. This version portrays the Queen with a tiara, facing to the right, as is customary since the Restoration era. Rank Broadley's rendering was praised for its realism and dignity. He chose to avoid excessive idealization, depicting the Queen as she truly was, a monarch aging with grace, wisdom, and purpose. Encircling the profile are the words, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2014, a Latin abbreviation translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Each letter is sharp, defined, and perfectly spaced, Royal Mint precision at its best. But how does a coin minted in millions become worth millions? That's where the tale grows even more intriguing. Though the 2014 one penny was indeed mass-produced, certain factors contribute to the astronomical value of specific specimens. Some rare coins owe their worth to minting errors, others to low mintage numbers, and some because of their unique provenance. The 2014 Elizabeth II one penny that achieved legendary status was discovered under astonishing circumstances. It was a routine day for a collector in Kent, who, as part of a long-standing habit, carefully examined every coin he received in change. One chilly March morning, he noticed something peculiar about a penny he had just received at a local railway station. At first glance, the coin appeared ordinary, but a second look revealed something astonishing. The coin had a distinct die alignment error. When flipped vertically, the Queen's portrait did not line up as expected with the reverse design. It was off-axis, a clear misstrike. But that was not all. Upon further inspection, experts determined that the coin had been struck on a blank intended for a 2-pence coin, giving it a slightly thicker edge and a marginally different metallic resonance. Such an error would have likely occurred during a brief moment of transition or machinery malfunction at the Royal Mint's Llantrisant facility in Wales. Given the Mint's highly controlled environment, such errors are extraordinarily rare. Numismatists who examined the coin declared it to be one of a kind. No other known 2014 one penny had this particular combination of anomalies. The surface quality, strike sharpness, and die characteristics were flawless, aside from the unique alignment issue, making it both an era coin and a gem of technical perfection. The coin was soon submitted to the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, where it received a grade of MS69, just 1 point below perfection. It was encapsulated, registered, and its details logged in international numismatic records. At this point, collectors began to circle. Offers started rolling in, $10,000, then $100,000, and soon into the millions. When the final hammer dropped at a private auction in Geneva, the coin had reached a jaw-dropping final bid, $11 million. It had transformed from a forgotten coin in pocket change to one of the most valuable modern-era British coins ever sold. Why would someone pay so much for a penny? The answer lies in the nature of collecting itself. Rarity is king. Provenance is queen. And when combined with a coin's historical context and flawless condition, the result can be an irresistible magnet for elite collectors. Coins like this are not just currency, they are time capsules. They represent a moment in history, a mistake in a machine, a rarity that will never repeat. Ownership of such a coin is not just about monetary value, it's about possessing something singular in the world. For high net worth individuals, museums, or royal collectors, such an item becomes priceless. The 2014 Elizabeth II one penny has now entered legend. Its story has been shared in coin conventions, numismatic journals, and even educational exhibits across Europe. It is referenced in numismatic forums with reverence, and its image is often shown in side-by-side comparisons to teach new collectors about die errors and misstrikes. Even replicas of the coin have appeared on the market, albeit marked to prevent fraud. And still, none compare to the original. For the everyday collector, the tale of this coin is both inspiring and humbling. It reminds us that great finds often come when we least expect them, that treasures are hidden not in vaults, but sometimes in the change we hand over for a coffee. It inspires a renewed curiosity about the coins we touch every day, and a deeper appreciation for the artistry and precision behind their creation. Even the smallest denominations can carry the weight of empires, the grace of queens, and the chance of fortune. As Queen Elizabeth II's long and storied reign has now become a completed chapter in British history, coins bearing her likeness take on even greater significance. They become relics of an era. And among them, the 2014 one penny stands apart, its story a rare convergence of chance, craftsmanship, and value. Top 3. The 2001 Elizabeth II one penny coin. At first glance, it seems unremarkable. A copper-plated steel disc, light in the hand and easy to overlook. But hidden behind its modest appearance lies a story rich in royal legacy, historic change, and numismatic fascination, a story that today culminates in a staggering value of $21 million. To understand the significance of this particular penny, we must step back into the year 2001, a year when the United Kingdom, while steeped in tradition, was inching toward a new millennium marked by digital evolution and social transformation. Though much in the world was changing, the monarchy remained a steadfast symbol of continuity, and Queen Elizabeth II still graced the obverse of every circulating coin. Her portrait had become familiar to millions, but each coin carried subtle differences depending on the era and the engraver's hand. For the 2001 one penny coin, it was the masterful design by Ian Rank Broadley that captured Her Majesty's image, an engraving noted for its realistic and respectful portrayal of the Queen in her mature years. The obverse side of the coin features this Rank Broadley portrait, introduced in 1998 and used until 2015. This design was groundbreaking in its own way. Unlike earlier stylized portraits, Rank Broadley opted for an honest depiction of age, marking a shift in how the monarchy was visually represented. The initials, IRB, beneath the neck subtly honor the artist's work. Around the outer ring, the inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001. A Latin abbreviation for De Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor. By the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you're greeted with the historic design that had remained largely unchanged since decimalization in 1971, the crown portcullis. This symbol, an iron gate with chains descending from a crown, has long been associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament. Designed by Christopher Ironside, the reverse evokes themes of tradition, governance, and unity. The word "one penny" arcs gracefully above the portcullis, with the denomination 1 centered below. For decades, this simple, powerful image helped cement the penny's role as a reliable piece of everyday currency. And yet, the 2001 version was anything but ordinary. Minted at the Royal Mint's facility in Llantrisant, Wales, the 2001 one-penny coin was part of an enormous production run. Over 736 million coins were struck for general circulation. On paper, such a number would seemingly dilute the rarity of any single penny from that year. So why does one particular 2001 penny now command a value of $21 million? The answer, as with many rare coins, lies in a combination of minute variation, unusual survival, and collector obsession. Among those hundreds of millions of pennies, an ultra-rare anomaly slipped through the Royal Mint's meticulous quality controls. A small handful of these 2001 one-penny coins were struck with an experimental die, likely a test for a planned revision or a limited commemorative run that was never officially released. These rare test strikes featured microscopic differences, slight shifts in spacing, a subtle anomaly in the edge milling, and even variations in the font weight used for the date. Some numismatists speculate that as few as 3 of these coins escaped the mint floor, with one discovered only recently in a private collection. That discovery sparked a frenzy in the rare coin world. Collectors and dealers scrambled to confirm the coin's authenticity. The Royal Mint, typically silent on such matters, issued an unusually open statement acknowledging that test strikes from that era did occasionally leave the premises in error. The coin was submitted to multiple authentication services, including the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which assigned it a near-perfect grade. Its surfaces were flawless. The strike was clean and deep, and the die errors unmistakable under microscopic inspection. In the eyes of collectors, this wasn't just a coin, it was a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Stories of rare coins capturing global attention are not new. The 1933 Double Eagle, the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel, the 1804 Silver Dollar, all have fetched millions due to similar stories of survival, mystery, and historical uniqueness. But for a modern-era coin, just 2 decades old, to reach the upper echelons of value is almost unheard of. It speaks to the rarity not just of the object itself but of the circumstances surrounding its creation, concealment, and eventual rediscovery. The collector who found the first of these rare 2001 pennies was not a seasoned numismatist, but a retired engineer from Lancashire. He had kept the coin for years in a box of foreign change, believing it to be a regular UK penny until a YouTube video on rare coins inspired him to look closer. That simple act, of revisiting a forgotten piece, led to a cascade of events that would shake the coin collecting community and ultimately lead to a jaw-dropping auction. When the coin was listed for auction, expectations were high, but no one could have predicted the final hammer price. Bidding started at $500,000. Within minutes, it passed $1 million. Private collectors, museums, and international bidders all joined the fray. By the time the auctioneer struck the gavel, the final price had reached a mind-bending $21 million, setting a world record for a modern British coin. Since that moment, the legend of the 2001 one penny has only grown. Articles in major financial publications praised the coin as an accidental masterpiece. Coin collectors from across the globe have combed through their own collections in hopes of discovering a twin. So far, only one other has surfaced, still in private hands, and its current owner has refused all offers, despite rumored valuations north of $15 million. But beyond the eye-popping figures and global attention, the story of this coin carries a more human lesson about the power of attention, patience, and the hidden value in everyday things. It reminds us that even in the most mundane places, incredible stories are waiting to be uncovered. What seems like pocket change today could become a priceless treasure tomorrow. The 2001 one-penny coin, now elevated to near mythical status, also highlights the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. Her likeness, captured across multiple portraits over her historic reign, became a constant companion in the lives of her subjects. Each coin she graced serves not only as a means of exchange but as a chapter in a larger story of sovereignty, service, and symbolism. The Royal Mint, for its part, has leaned into the lore surrounding rare modern coins. In recent years, they've offered limited editions, secret releases, and collector-only strikes. Yet none have matched the cultural resonance or market value of the 2001 one-penny's fabled variant. Perhaps that's because it wasn't meant to be found. It wasn't meant to exist. And yet, it does, like a ghost from another reality where just one slight difference made all the change in the world. So, what does the future hold for the 2001 one-penny? Will another specimen be found? Will its value climb even higher? Will it eventually take its place in a national museum? Those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain: it has already cemented its place in the annals of coin collecting history. And for you, the viewer watching this video right now on HD Ultra Rare Coins, maybe it's time to take a second look at the coins sitting in your jar, drawer, or wallet. Because history has shown us time and again that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures come wrapped in the most ordinary disguises. All it takes is a closer look, and with that, we end today's remarkable journey into the hidden world of the United Kingdom's 2001 Elizabeth II one-penny, a coin once worth a single cent, now valued at an astounding $21 million. A simple coin that changed someone's life. Maybe next time, it'll be yours. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HD Ultra Rare Coins for more unbelievable coin discoveries and their jaw-dropping values. Who knows? The next $1 million coin might just be sitting in your pocket.